All right, I hope the volume is better than yesterday. So, gonna get started here. I've already played a bunch of holes on this account, so really it's going to be about the next account. I got to 29 on my real baby account, 100 and something games. This guy's got 480, but not, the clubs are still pretty shit. Where are we? I remember how many holes I played. So I played 14 holes and 23. I got to get to 31. I've got this guy on tiebreak if I get there. So to get there, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I've got to get the eagle here. I've got to get, so that would be 25, 26, 28, 30. So I need, that's not enough. So I'm going to have to get hole 7 and I got to get hole 8. And then either one of this one or 18. It's not looking good. Alright, so we almost got this one on the front, so we're going to do EM and Horizon. And a power 4 ball. How's the sound? Is it any good? I'm outside, so it might be a bit crackly with the
perfect shot.
Yesterday's sound was awful. I don't know what happened.
Perfect shot.
Alright, so hopefully I'm around 277. I just was on the edge. 286. So 286 is 9 yards further, which is 18%, which will be 62% slide. That's 2%. Fuck, I hope I changed my bag. Be the Horizon. Yeah. How did that? How's the sound, everybody? Is it terrible or?
Great shot. Nice on.
Plus 20. You gotta go for 3/4 of a green square. That looks like the magic square. Keep going right when you have the roll.
Great shot. Nice on.
That probably would have come in pretty high. I think that they could do it, but, sound is good, but your voice sounds like you're okay. How's that? Is that any better?
Eagle.
Okay, great. So if you missed it, I need these accounts are pretty shit, and the guy on top of my bracket had a 31, which I've got him on tiebreak, but I needed that hole. So I'm going to do another one after this one with a better account. This is the one of the shit accounts. So I need 6 under in the last 3 holes. So I need hole in one, eagle, eagle, or something like that. If I can elbow the last, which I haven't been able to do. It's low. Yeah, that happened yesterday too. I don't know what's going on. I think there's something going on. Maybe, I don't know if there's any settings in this thing. Mike. Oh, that's better. Okay, good. I think because I'm outside too, and I've got a bit of wind in the background, might be why. Okay, so we need the fucking hole in one here. Getting pretty close, so I'm gonna change this to a backbone. And or am I? What did I do here? Navigator. Hey JB. I'm just finishing this one off. Sounds okay? All right, thanks, bud. I'm gonna finish this one off, and then I'm gonna do. I've got 2 to play still, Hung High and SOB with a little bit better clubs. But from what you sent me, the clubs aren't so much better. They're still pretty shit. On SOB, I actually have an APOC 2, which is like a extra mile 5 or 6, I guess. But I think my sniper might be a little better than yours. But I don't think on this course you need the good sniper. There's just hole 2 and hole 3, and it doesn't seem to matter really.
Nice on.
Okay, so hole 7, I'm playing mid plus 10. It's sort of like the Tommy shot that I saw him post or whatever. Oh, I don't have. What's wrong with this? Yeah. Is this right? Is this 1.9? So I'm playing 1.9 left, 4 back, 2 in. It's going to be 1.9, so mid. So what I'm doing is bringing it back where my second bounce is before that fringe, and the ball guide, see like that, like left of the hole. I'm not getting it all the time, but at least getting it some.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
I needed that too. Yeah, that blows. If that goes in, then I just need 8 and just normal on 9 to win. Yeah.
Birdie.
So now I need Eagle Alba.
Birdie.
The good news is I've got a cold beer and it's hot as shit out here, but it's getting a little better with a breeze. How's the weather in California? So it's fucking humid here, man. It's like got to be over 100. Sweat. Yeah. And there wasn't a lot in the news about it either. Yeah, we had a cool day the other day, and then we've had the hot one. So, all right, we need this eagle. So, I can blast. The problem with this extra mile 5 is when I blast, I'm in between clubs when I get down the middle where I'm right in the min, thorn, and max. So I think I'm just gonna take the conservative route here. I'm gonna play power 4 ball with a big topper and just try and get into the thorn range. My sweet spot, that little short iron. So this, a big topper with, if you have a smaller ball, just using a little OP. It's scary though if you don't hit it perfect. So I'm using the power 4. Trying to make it somewhat grate proof. Like that. A great right will probably go in the rough though. No OP though with the power 4 ball.
Perfect shot.
And this should get us into the thorn range. So hopefully my notes are well, that's part. My other one was only 375, so that's 298. So I'm going to be right in the minimum anyway. Look how far that went, eh? When I was blasting a fucking berserker, I was going that far. So actually, you might want to play back there. Just do the same thing as the normal shot with a Titan. I might be in between clubs again.
Perfect shot.
And it's a shit shot. Really hoping I can play a song here. too far. So straight up with wind arrow. So I'm going to play mid plus 0.1, so 0.8, just a little above the mid.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
Drop one down. Now we need the Alba for the win. Maybe. Who knows if there's some ballers out there that haven't played him. But I got the good time. I had, I think, 31 with this one in the opening round. So I should get all the tie breaks. In my other, I had a 29 on my other baby. And I was maybe fifth or sixth. So I think this whole course and tournament is very bracket dependent. Who knows? I mean, that account has 150 games or something. But there's all
Perfect
these
shot.
guys getting 32s, 33s.
Nice on.
All right. So I played the what John said, and I missed both times. But when you look at his replay, he was exactly what he said. Okay, so here we're doing quarterback, katana. His actual notes. Yeah, I know, it's tough. Were my original notes from, but I wasn't getting it to drop. I went to other stuff, and now I'm back to the original notes, I guess. So I'm playing back a little further than him. I'm going like with this one, this QB7 at the +7. If you have a low QB, you got to go up a bit, or just a little OP. But the way that I figure it out is I want that ball guide not too far over that rough line, and then blue ring to rough. So it's about 1-to-1 with this guy. Max curve no.
Great shot.
And we're hoping to get to about the 312 mark. So So what he did, he showed his notes. He was playing max +20 +0.1. But on his replay, when I looked at it, I measured it off. He was +0.2, and it went in. So now, when I played it +0.1, I should have played it 0.2, and then I missed playing it 0.1. So I think this hole is like a lot of the holes on this course where it's wind dependent.
Great shot.
So I'm going to see what the wind is and then either add 0.2 or 0.1, depending on the strong wind or not. So at the 3.7, I have +0.1. So see, this is the low one. So I almost want to play it this one. Well, but I'm a little further back. 3, he was 3. Okay, so I'm going to play this. Fuck. either 3-2 or 3-1. And he was getting a little more left here. So somewhere like that.
Perfect shot.
Get in, fucker, for gold. For the gold. For gold.
Albatross.
Oh. Maybe for gold. So now we know that. So that was 313. And we had a very low wind there, a 2-3 wind, I think it was, and played it the max plus 0.1. So max plus 20 plus 0.1. Now, see, if I had have had the 3-7 wind or the higher wind, I think you got to add the 0.2
Great shot.
because it's going to come out, it's going to roll a little harder out.
Nice on.
So we might have this one figured out. And I think what John figured out was the better a little more. So we got all the tiebreak on this top guy. We might have sneaked in here. Let's see how many guys have to place though. So let's see the top score at 0. Oh, this guy had a fucking 33. That guy only had a 28. That guy had a 20. So I've got those two at 31. Fucking dick in a box has got to. Wow. So he's got all the tiebreak. All right. Well, might be a medal. So I'm gonna. Which one you want, JB? I can do Hung Hai, who's got an extra mile. Or I could do SOB. It's about the same thing. It's an APOC too, but it's like the same. They're both actually like the same account. About 1,000 games or something. Okay. Have you started your last round yet? You want to do it together? I gotta flip over to Facebook here. Okay, do you want to do the holes together? I'll do one and you do it too? Like I'll play the hole and then you play the hole? Or you just gotta play while and write shit down while you're playing on another account? Okay. So all the sound is good and everything? Okay, I'll give you 5. That'll give me a chance to go get a Corona going. Yeah, no problem, bud. How you doing, Max? What's going on in your life? Is that your dog, Ben? Max? You probably can't type right now. You're on the TV, I bet. Or you're gone. Okay, let me show you what's going on here. You're gonna be super jealous. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Pretty lame lime, I think. But doesn't that look delicious? You and your fucking vape. It's healthier than what I'm doing, I'm pretty sure. Do you use that flavored stuff? Alright, let's see how this bracket is. 29. Ooh, that we can do. That we can do. That's so fucked that my baby account is the one with all the fucking guys in the 30s. Let's see, I'm the highest. I only had 29 on this one, so I'm the highest 0 right now. Don't see any big rounds going here. $29 might, this is looking just be normal for a medal on this one. Okay, so hole 1, we are going the big topper route. So this is interesting. So I'm gonna show you something here. So the Kingfisher is a 79-yard max club. And the Thorn 4, I think, is 86. Thorn 5 I have. So see, 86. So my notes are the Thorn. So this is where I went wrong in the opener. Is the Thorn I have mid. So when I hit this to 368, I'm mid with arrow -5. So if you're playing a Thorn shot, I know you like your Hornet, and the Hornet might be the same yardage roughly as the Thorn. Let's just check it out. Let's see here. Hornet 4, so it's 84. So those notes that I have, that mid at 368 is based on an 86-yard club. So on this Kingfisher, because I'm... Oh, your Falcon 2 you have, right? So I have a Falcon 2 as well. Okay, so the Falcon 2 is 82 yards. So just keep in mind that my notes are based on the 86-yard club. So therefore, you're going to be 4 yards. Let's see here. You've got to play 8% more. So your 368 is 58% club. Okay. So that's just something to keep in mind. So then you can work off that. So then go 2% on the slider for every yard difference, higher or lower. And I think you should be good. I made a mistake on this with the Kingfisher that I came up short because I wasn't, or I adjusted too much. So the Kingfisher is 79 yards. So I therefore have, so that's 7 yards. So that's 14% difference. So at 368, that will be 64% on the slider because we're further away in theory. I think that should work. Okay, so the hole 1. What am I doing? I don't have this enhanced thing on. All of a sudden I'm lagging. Yeah, it's off. My screen seems to be lagging a bit, which is fucking scary as shit. So that, again, that second shot I'm playing here will be -5. Here, let's look at the tee. The tee shot simple. So we're gonna play big topper and just right of this bunker here. Just something that looks like that. All the topspin but one, and be careful if that wind goes up to over 4. I would take another half off. Okay, I might even take a touch off here just to be careful. Okay, because you don't need that extra yardage really on the back end. So your great right's gonna be okay. We're gonna see, we'll fly the bunker. You just want to make sure that great left doesn't kill you. So a little left here, no OP, just a simple little shot. Oh,
Great
that
shot.
was a double great left. Hopefully I avoid the bunker. You should just miss it. That's why being being close there. So I could even aim it a little more right after 2. That's the first time I could have done that. Okay, so 366. So we know on this 79-yard club, 368 was 64, and I'm 2 yards further, so that's another 4%. So it should be a 68% shot with wind arrow at -5 elevation.
Perfect shot.
I said elevation, 68%. So 3.7 with 68% power. This 2.6. So when I'm playing 3 backspin with all these shots, my ball guide on this guy is a little better, so I can get a little more snug with the hole here, like that. So see this? With the thorn 4, you got to come, your ball guide will be a touch further back.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
What do you? Well, you have a thorn. I thought I saw you have a thorn. Oh no, you had a thorn. But you've got the Falcon 2 has still got the 3-3 ball guide, which is so on my Thorn 4 is only a 3-1 ball guide, so yours is a little better. So I would do that. Do the guy give you a funny face for sticking it? I love these. So the what did we say? Your Kingfisher. It's not the 86. I think yours was about 81. We can look at it again. And then you just put that original
Perfect shot.
number.
Nice on.
Okay, so let's take a peek at that. The other thing, remind me if I forget, I gotta hit this fucking pin test when I get back to my last account again. The only good chest I ever see. The fucking pin chest. Okay, so the Kingfisher, or the, whatchamacallit, the Falcon 2 is 82 yards. So what I would write down is 368 is going to be your original spot, and 368 is going to be. Oh, you dropped a third. That sucks. He's such a good round too. Fuck me. There goes 50 epic. Yeah, no shit, right? Fuck, that sucks. I was saying at the beginning of this tournament it was going to take a 36 or 7 to fucking for an expert medal, and that might not even do it. People get so dialed in, and there's so many accounts now with good players playing them. So at 368, you're gonna be, so 368, okay, is what did we say the other one was 86? So you're 4, so that's 8% further. So at 368, you're at 58% with the Falcon 2. So for every yard shorter or every yard longer, you either add or subtract 2% on the slider, and that'll get you in the hole. I promise. Just playing it just the way it is, -5, and then do your percentage. Okay, so let's go to hole 2. So I've switched hole 2 to just not doing any backspin at all. I was doing a slice of back, and then the only time I've missed it, I came up short. And now, since I've switched to no backspin at all, just 2 left spin. Marlin, Sniper. It's going in. So just got to hit the perfect and Sniper. No elevation, just at 0 with a 0 power ball. Min number. cat's driving me nuts. He's scratching shit. Fuck off. Here, use this thing. Fucker. Not getting his attention. The dude.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Okay, so all I'm doing here is just two left. Going right at it. So 3, 4, power 0, no elevation, min number, 3, 6.
Perfect shot. Hole in one.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a shit bracket too, but 33 in extra, yeah. But top 10s, you're gonna get a killer chest just with the top 10. Who's up there? I think you got too, right? That's what I love about these rookie tourneys. Grow them from nothing. Like I'll just sit here with these little accounts. Watch how many Titans I got on this account. I think it's either this one or Hung High that has fucking like 1,200 Titans. Oh, this 5. Oh, because I played some tour play on this one. My other Hung High account has just a gazillion Titans on that account. Just from sitting there and playing rookie. Okay, so hole 3, all of a sudden I seem to be I'm going back to basics on hole 3. I think I'm overthinking it or something. For some reason I started missing this hole when I made it about 8 straight times. It's really annoying. So, Katana. I forgot that I did play with. This is the one I closed 2 or 10 with a big topper. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing with the arrow, but it should be roughly max plus 10, but I'm playing medium distance with wind arrow, which should be about the same as max plus 10. And I want to get to about, so I'm just hugging the red sort of on the right and not shooting too far. You probably only have 4 topspin. You don't want to mess around though with fucking up the tee shot, that's for sure. So I'm not being aggressive to the right, is instead I'm making sure if I hit great left or right, I'm going down the middle. No push up, and I'm just playing a little more thorough than others probably. So that
Perfect
if
shot.
I hit great left or right, I should be okay. That's the idea anyway, is to play more in the middle, but then no shit. So 322 is, so that's right about the min line. I've got 325 at min, and I don't think the 2% slider is going to add anything. I originally on this second shot was playing 3 topspin and all the left that I could. And then all of a sudden I get talked into this fucking Tavi shot with 2 1/4 or 2 1/8 shot. and I started missing, and it's just fucking. I don't know why I switched. I did 8 of them in a row, and then when I missed one, I switched, and I shouldn't have done that. So I think that this one is, again is just wind dependent. So this is the higher wind. So I'm going back to this even 3 and a click back, and I'm going down in here more to the left side. Now what I'm going to do is see. I think with the higher wind, it's just leaving the ball guide on the right edge of the cup, and then going at the middle of the cup when you have the lower wind.
Perfect shot.
This misses, that I'm going to be really fucking confused.
Nice
It's not
on.
away from me. I don't know what's going away. Is it going away maybe? After hitting it eight times in a row. I'm so confused. So I obviously had to pull more of that. So with that higher wind, playing that shot, I guess I've got
Great
to add
shot.
at least 0.1, maybe 0.2. I don't know. I believe it. I'm expert on playing 2 and a click, but on rookie, I had originally been playing 3 and been drilling it every fucking time with that shot.
Eagle.
So I saw the Saudi right there that it was 2 and a click, and he was going further up the center of that up front. So I tried that, made it, I think, and then missed it. And then so now that I've missed it 3 times or something, I went back to my shot and now missed it again. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this stuff. Which is huge because it's dropping a stroke. Like I'm getting all these other holes people aren't, and then dropping the fucking easy hole. It's really annoying. Anyway, we will work around it. I'm excited about the last one, because now we have notes for 9
Great
to work
shot.
out.
Nice on.
So you have an extra mile. Okay, great. I was worried about that because yesterday was awful. You've got an extra mile 5 or 6, I believe, right? Do you have berserkers? Okay, so it's up to you. I would use them on this hole and not hole 8. So you can drive the green with this hole. I went over the green with an extra mile 7, but I think there's quite a difference upgrade from the 6 to the 7. Yeah, but I think the new one has too much wind resistance that you can't get there. I think it has to be a wind 1 power 5. So I've got the APOC 2, which is sort of equivalent, because I've got 4.5 topspin, which I think is what you'll have too. I know my extra mile 5 is 4.5. I think you have 4.5 as well, but you get more topspin with the 7. So with your extra mile, I think, just be careful. On my hung high account, I have an extra mile 7. I blasted fucking way over the green. I would use oh no, what am I talking? This is the par 3. So we'll talk about that one in a sec. I'm ready to use a berserker on the par 3. So this one I'm going navigator. This hole is hit and miss. I don't think there's any. I'm hitting it sometimes. I would say 30% of the time I'm getting this hole. So Navigator, Goliath. Yeah, with the EM6, I think you can drive. I believe I don't think you have enough topspin to go over the green because I think you just have 4.5. But I would check when you're going to hit it. You have more than 4.5. Don't play more than 4.5. Play your topspin and take a little power off. One or the other. We'll get to that one in a minute. With my EM5 and my APOC 2, which are about the same distance, I'm coming up just short of the green. Which leaves you, actually, it's a stupid chip. I've missed it a couple times by hitting perfect with fucking, like, I don't even know how. It's ridiculous. So this hole here, I'm playing Goliath. Tommy's notes are a backup, but I'm playing the Goliath. He's playing, I don't think I have it on any of it. I might have it on
Great shot.
I'm not sure. But the Firefly has the great ball guard.
Nice on.
Firefly has it's kind of like a 4-3 ball guide or something like that. So I prefer the ball guide over the accuracy. So I'm playing a 3.5 backspin, no side spin. So I've got the high wind. So with the high wind, so the 3.5 is your medium wind, and then it'll go lower or higher from there. So this is the high wind. I'm playing yellow ring to the rough line here and going right at it. And with this one, so I'm going max plus 20, and then with this one, I'm only going to, the high wind, minus 0.1, which will be 2.8.
Perfect shot. Hole in one.
Okay, so let's go over that hole. So I had, what's your Goliath? I know you've got a Grizzly, but I would use the Goliath on this one. Just because I've got the numbers for it. You've got a decent Grizzly outside. I think you were a Grizzly 4. Yeah, or a Goliath 4. Okay. So with the Goliath 4, so you'll notice, I'll show you the replay here. So first of all, it's about wind. The 3.5 is the middle wind. Okay, and then if you get this wind, so this is the high wind. So I'm going 3.5 always. And lining up straight with the hole. And the yellow ring there, because this is a better Goliath, the yellow ring, see how it's just hugging sort of the rough line. Now your Goliath has bigger rings, so your yellow should be in the rough a little bit. Because it's a bigger ring, so it'll be like, let's say an eighth of the ring in the rough. So max plus 20, and then with the high wind minus 0.1,
Perfect shot.
with the medium wind minus 0.2. And if you get down to like 3.5 wind, a real low wind, then you go minus 0.2, and that, if that makes sense. Because there's less wind, you don't have to pull as far because the wind effect isn't pushing you as far left. Okay, now to this hole. So you'll see here, if I can hit it, I'm half at half. Yeah, so your average wind would be 3.5. So with the Goliath 4, you're going to be like an eighth of the yellow ring in the rough, not like mine. Mine was hugging the rough because my rings are smaller. Your rings are bigger, so a part of your yellow ring is going to be in the rough. Then with a 3.5 wind, you're going to take off 0.2 from max. See, I played 2.8 there because I had the big wind. I pulled, you can see my thing here, I pulled 2.8. So I was max plus 20 with the, if that makes sense. So, and then if you have a low wind, like the in the twos, you want to take off 0.3. You want to adjust less because you're not going to be pushed as much by the wind. So with the high wind, which would be in the mid fours, you're going to take off only 0.1. With the 3.5 to say 3.8 or 3.9, you're going to take off 0.2. And with the low wind, which would be, this is all stuff that I've just written down. I haven't got all the winds down, but in like the mid to high twos, you're only going to take off 0.1, or you're going to take off 0.3, because you don't want to pull it as far because the wind isn't going to push it as far. Hopefully that made sense. Now, that being said too, I've missed it. Like I said, I'm only making it maybe 30 or 40%, but it's better than not making it because not many people are making that hole. So if you can get it once out of the
Great
2.5,
shot.
you're a stroke ahead of everyone, I think, because it's not an easy hole to drop. That's one of the tougher, in my opinion, 4 and 6, and as far as for rookie, the holes that seem to be giving me a bit of trouble. All right, so I'm playing this. So power 5 ball, 4-9 with wind arrow. I'm playing max top. I'm playing 2 left to compensate for the wind effect. Aiming down sort of like that, down the middle-ish there, middle left. So I'm going to adjust my 2-7 and push up the max.
Perfect shot.
This will be right on the front of the green. Oh, you could see it. So that's the furthest I've gone with this putt. So that's something to take note of there, is I had a higher wind again. I had the high scores, I think 4.9. So that was probably a higher wind. I've not, on that club, been able to even get it on the green before. Maybe because I hit it on the trees as well. I hit it perfect.
Perfect shot.
So I would suggest with your deny, if you've got that higher wind, maybe just take a
Nice
touch of
on.
overflow out. Yeah, take the wind. Well, that's actually not a bad idea with your club. Because being on the front of the fringe anyway, I mean, we're pretty happy with that, right? Look at this fucker better. So I'm going to aim left edge. Hopefully, if I hit perfect or great right, it'll go in.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
Oh, your club has more distance than my APOC too, does it? Yeah, that I guess it does. Oh, the same top spin. Okay, so that's good. So that was good that we saw that. So you're either that new ball you have, which is good, so you can save your berserkers because you might want to. I would imagine with your club on hole 8, a berserker will get close. So let's see here. My APOC 2. But then you could save your berserkers for hole 8 because with your club you should be able to get into your firefly range. I would take a look at your rapier and see if your firefly is better. I think your firefly might be better, but let's see here. APOC has, so it's 231. So what is yours? Might be 236. I think. What did you? Your extra mile is a. Did you say it's a 6? You said so. Here I got one. So yours is 3 yards further, a 234, and the APOC has a touch more topspin than yours. So they're right around the same area. My extra topspin will carry a touch further, and you've got 3 yards on me. What's the accuracy? Okay, so I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. I would do what you're saying. Probably it's just blast that new Power 5 ball out there. But hopefully you don't bring the wind down too much because you need that kick, right? Fucking neighbors dying here. Got these neighbors that are fucking dying all the time. All right. Okay, so hole 6. This hole is a fucking pain in the ass. So we almost got it on the last. What's your actually the horizon? I don't think. Yeah, no shit, right? I don't think the horizon matters too much as long as you have a 3. I think you have the good ball guide. So this is definitely a horizon sound drawing, APOC horizon, and I'm gonna use a power 4 ball. Use this guy. Got 20 of these suckers. Oh, you don't even have a horizon. Oh wow. So you're kind of fucked on this hole then. You have no ball guide. Unless you can there. You'll be able to use a sniper if you use a big ball. You've got the sniper 6. I think if you drive it far enough, you'd be able to use. It's up to you if you like. I can use a sniper here, but the ball guide on the horizon is just as good. See, you can with yours, you could blast it way down there. I bet you'll be able to use a sniper. The other thing about blasting on this hole here, if you get it down far enough that it, unless you go in the bunker, it's sort of big. So I'm just trying a little over.
Great shot.
Hopefully I didn't put it in. So really quick with a good spot. 392. Okay. So 393. Okay, which is 7 yards further down, so I'm 14% closer, which is going to be 48%.
Great shot.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm lining this guy up in the hole, and then I'm gonna move it over 3/4 of a green square.
Perfect shot.
This is coming in too fucking hot. I just don't get this fucking.
Nice on.
This goes in. That's why I remember that every time it's right. That's why I play it out. I think, that, to be honest, I probably played that a little too far down. I should have come back to that. Came in too high. If I could take that back, I would come back a bit with a little more topspin trap. It's not like there's a funnel there. There's no, I mean, there's a kind of like a partial funnel, but it's not really a full funnel.
Perfect shot.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, it's guesswork, right? As long as you get
Nice
the
on.
right, who knows, right? Like, I mean, it's not like look at the hole that I like it. Even when I put it in the hole, went left, and then still went right, like with a right to left wind. It makes no sense.
Eagle.
Oh, your cat is in Oxford, yeah. Cat 6 is a nice upgrade, but the cat 7 is the bee's dude. Fucking nice.
Eagle.
The cat 7 is a sniper with distance. The cat 8, I don't know what the upgrade is on that, but it's better than something. Mara, yeah. You'll like when you get the 7, bro. Especially for 2 or 11. For 2, you don't really need it for 2 or 10, but for 2 or 11, it's gas club. Okay, so this hole here. So hole 7. Oh yeah, this hole again. This fucker that we missed on that other one, right? So we're gonna do backbone. Navi. This is another one. This is like a 25% shot. Almost time for another beer. Oh, I've got a backbone. Big club. Probably my best club. I still use the Goliath. Yeah, APOC 7 is just I don't know why. The Thor 7 is a nice club for the accuracy and stuff and whatever, but I'm an APOC guy.
Great shot.
I have a Thor 6 on a bunch of. I don't even use it. I'd rather use the big topper for fuck's sake. Got more curl.
Nice on.
There's more to play. Fewer had slide pass. So I'm playing this one again. 4 down. The Tommy shot 1.9-ish left spin. 2-5. So mid at +10. And then, but I'm doing different than him is that I'm coming back further with my. So I'm playing this with my second bounce before him, and then right above or left of the hole there, something that looks like that. And then the Justin, you should have ready to do it this way. Oh, I lost my material cue.
Perfect shot.
That was perfect.
Hole in one.
So basically, the touch, I'm playing it back from his shot. So I'm playing it from backbone there. So backbone, what's your backbone? I think you had a sip. I'm gonna grab a bit. I'll show you the replay in a second. Your backbone's a sip. Okay, so that's fine. So I had that on the other account. So it's not, you don't, the only difference is the ball guide, and you don't need it. So I'm going to show you here. So watch the second down. So you're four down. So power one numbers at medium plus one. You're four down and you're 1.9-ish. You just take a slice off the left. So just under two left spin. And don't worry about anything else, but coming back a bit, and the second bounce is going to be before that rough line. So see there, okay, see it before the rough line there? And then you're going to be, see where the ball guide is? You're aimed out to the left a little bit, but that's okay. So something like that, like see how it, let's go back, so look at it. So mid plus 10, power one ball with the back ball. Four down and like 1.9 left, a slice off the left. And then the second bounce, and then just watch where the second bounce is there before the rough line, and just watch where the ball guide is sort of pointed left of the hole. So it looks like a good green and a half square. See that bounce? And just lined up like that. Now it's not going to go in every time, but again, if you can get it 50% of the time, then you're ahead of the field for sure, because no one's dropping this very much either.
Perfect shot.
Because I kept going right at the hill.
Hole in one.
So that's why I brought it back and left. Let's go to the next. Fuck, weird. Go Eagle Alpha for a or yeah, 16-19. Okay, so this hole, I'm gonna go after this guy too. These neighbors are fucking wacky, bro. I think they're Asian. There's some funny stuff going on over there. Okay, so let's measure this off, right? So 3, 9. Oh, I forgot my material cue again. So 2, push up to max.
Great shot.
Hopefully avoid the rough. I'm right. Yeah, fucking avoid that rough. Fucking take it forward. I think they'll be a power fly there if I could.
Perfect shot.
Oh, I do have an idea. Why do I show that? Oh my god. What's going on here? I have an ending before. Fuck, I got the wrong. What's going on? Fucking A. The wrong fucking plug in. Kind of ready, Tom. Oh, okay. What a fucking joke. I have to wait. Fucking adjust this phone. Well, I'm good to go.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Gotta change. Gotta get the material Q on and the right fucking club, and I obviously had an upgrade or some fucking thing. I had the Firefly 5 in that. Which I pretty much always use the Firefly until I get the ending to a 4 or 5. So I think I might have just fucked up on one of the dice. Yeah, third shit there too. It's a lot of work, eh? Keeping up with the accounts and the fucking different dice. Well, that blows. I mean, to get a 19 from
Birdie.
would have been pretty good. What I try and do now is every time I get a club is update the app. I have to use it on my phone. I just do it right away so I don't forget. And that's why I don't upgrade clubs if I'm not using them. And then if a course comes up where I need a guardian or whatever and I have an upgrade, then I do it. I just leave done upgrades on all the clubs usually, and I just don't get it because I don't feel like changing the fucking. Yeah, I missed 3. I don't imagine, right? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. 20 under would have
Great
been.
shot. Birdie.
Bad time, but I wouldn't get it. Do all that stuff. So first of all, we gotta get material Q back on. Where the fuck is that? There it is. Get my wind arrow or my wind lines on. Now we gotta go to the app. I can't even remember what I had there. I think it was an Endbringer 3 or some fucking thing. So SOB. Oh, it was there. So that. Oh, it was a 4. Thank you. Well, now, did I have it on all my. Let's see if it's in all my bags. I don't fucking know. See, this one's got a. They all had a Firefly except for that one fucking bag. Can you imagine that? Gee, fucking Christ. So let's see here. So the Firefly has zero point 0.1 more only, so I should be changing all of these to the Endbringer. I'll let the 0.1 less, but take the accuracy, I guess. That top spin's nice on the Firefly, though, and a couple of these skulls. You know what? I'm just going to change this one to the Firefly. I can't believe that was fucking in there, man. Where are we here? The Firefly 5. No, I had an Endbringer on it. I had a fly. Well, you're right. My app was set up for the. Okay, level 9. Let's kill this fucking thing. Over here, we can fucking everyone away. So we're doing cannon and quarterback. There we go. So I think John was onto something, but maybe by accident on this fall. The last is that when he had the higher wind, he pulled 0.1 more by accident and went in. But I think it's because he had the higher wind, which is good. He's definitely got the right landing.
Great shot.
These guys keep doing this. Short iron. I have a QB8 on, so I'm definitely. I'm gonna take off custom. I think the QB7 lands 3 custom. I'm gonna make it 3. I'm gonna go to that +7 mark. Look too far though. I'm gonna bring it back to the +5. Blue ring is on 4-1 with the
Perfect shot.
hopefully we get to the 2-13. 3-10. 2 yards further. 56%. So let's say not. Yeah, 106 points. That could give me an extra point on right out.
Perfect shot. Albatross.
Look at that look. I want my fucking extra vehicle. Oh, I am. I'm just trading the short iron there. That might. Oh, hi, Lila. I miss my Lila. This coloring with you. My pictures. Your pictures are still on my fridge, by the way. I miss Lila. You guys got to come back and visit. Visit the hotel.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are always welcome to come. Just want to get away from the house for a little while.
Nice on.
Play. Oh, play. Okay. So I'll play it drive first. I wasn't watching his drive. Yeah, let's play the drive because I'm curious to see it too. Um, I don't know what club he had. I think he was just using a kingmaker, right? Oh, it's a big top. Where are you? Get out of town. Oh, he changed. So he's got EM7. What did he change? So he's EM. So he's only 4. Oh, so he has the same topspin as an EM6. So it must have more distance. So you have the same topspin. So you could do this with be the same.
Great shot.
And he just blasted. So let's see. Bounce. Bounce. That's a scary bounce there. Because he's close to the left. 391. So we can write that down. 391. I did my shot. Who wants to see that shitty shot? You better careful though with a P5 because you might bounce too far where your second bounce will be in the rough. Did you see his second bounce was just before the rough, right? So you might, because your EM6 is probably only about 4 yards short of where his EM7 is, I think. But I can give you those numbers in a minute if you want. Because you don't want to bounce too far. So let's see, he had a Hornet 5 here. 3 back. There's not much ball guide. Okay? Your Falcon will have better ball guide here. So he didn't even adjust or anything.
Perfect shot.
He just sort of went out. Okay. Yeah, he didn't adjust. He just sort of lined it up and shot, like most of these guys do. Did I hit my pin chest? Okay. All right, so back to hole 1. Gonna go upper root again. Yeah, a Titan would give you more wind, that's true. But you probably have about 5. That's probably actually a good call, bro. That's smart. Because that'll make up. Well, you know what? I didn't. You might want to go back and see what wind he had, or I can go back after if you want. Because it's going to be wind dependent. He might have had a high wind or the low wind. Okay, so I've got the low wind here, so I can get away with 1 off of max. If you've got the 4 something wind, you got to take like 1.5 off of max tops.
Perfect shot.
How's Lila do? Actually, she's a good kid though, yeah. She entertains herself and all that stuff. She's probably 5 at the other home all the time. She said just started a little project for this. Oh, Omlet's 350. Oh, that's right. So it's 350. So I'm always 13% further. So this is actually going to be 100%. 350 was 86 with that club, but with the 79 yard club,
Great shot.
Yeah, when I got it, everyone happy. So I'm going to play this 2 mats. Yeah, I'm right in the mat. Actually, I'm so in the mat. I've got the wrong. I can't even fucking do this. So this is going to be death because I can't get up taking the spin out. I'm sort of guessing on the ball though. Just in the guess. So this is guy. How does it look? This one.
Great shot.
That's a really good.
Nice on.
Oh, did it carry back? I really don't know. No, I think this is a different guy because this one got up on at 6. I think the last guy had up on at 4. Give him an invite.
Great shot. Nice on.
Oh. I don't like missing this hole because you get this one. So it's interesting there.
Birdie.
So for whatever reason, on the I didn't get the roll I've had before where it kind of glitches. What's up, dude?
Birdie.
You didn't give me an idea. No chance of anyone ever forfeiting a fucking rookie, that's for sure. I wonder what my previous percentage would be on these accounts if I had time to play 2000. Very high. Okay, so hole 2. So hole 2 again is power 0 adjustment at the min distance, no elevation. And I'm just playing 2 left spin and that's it. That I'm not playing the account. I'm just doing tournaments and I forfeit, so I'm just losing games. I'm not really winning any games. Okay, so just 2 left. No top, no back. So this is the highest win I've ever had here. So 5-1 is 3-8. I might actually pull a 0.1 more. I've never had a win this high. So I might play min plus 0.1. The win is usually in the 3s here. I had a few 4s. This is by far the highest I've had. So I think I'll play 3-9. I hope I'm not overthinking.
Perfect shot. Hole in one.
took off that slice of backspin because I came short, like just a hair short. So I think in all winds now, so I had taken off the slice with the high wind, but now I've been hitting with the low wind, taking off the slice of back is going into. So just two left, it's going in. So there, so what I did, I played a point one extra because I had that really high wind. But the 4.5 or whatever it is, I was still playing just min number and it was going
Great
in too.
shot.
So that was 5-1 and I added point one.
Nice on.
Which one? This one? Yeah, I fucked up on this account because I was always rookie and then I was doing videos on how to close 2 or 10 with a big topper. And then they had the mini tournament and I fucking went, you believe I promoted like, so this one's been to Pro 1-1. None of my other ones have been over rookie before. But this is going to be my next account playing on. Because this will be my next expert account. Because it's pretty good. I've got the APOC too. Control. And I've got 2 or 10 close. So by, 1 week of grinding out on 2 or 10, getting all those chests will be a good account. I just keep popping those fucking 2 or 10 chests until something good happens. And the golden shot and whatever. I don't have a lot of balls on here except for Titans. I bought a bunch of balls, but only like the $5. Have a couple of balls, I think. Maybe with more. Okay, so this fucking hole is number 3. Wow. What do we care to correct it? So give me what you're doing on hole. What are you playing here? You're playing at the min, I assume. And I think you said you're playing the 2.1 top. Which makes sense because even with a great shot, I've put it in with the 2.1 top. Because when it rolls onto the green slower, it seems to stay in the funnel. Okay. Okay, so what I originally was doing was 3 topspin from further back, and it was always going in. Switched. Anyway, I ranted already about it. Maybe I should switch to... No, let's not get crazy. It's like disheartening though. Yeah. Yeah, that's Tommy's notes are 2 and a click. I was dropping it at 3, but I didn't look at any notes else's but my own. All right, so all the right and all the top. And instead of playing see, the other people are playing over here more. I'm not doing that. I'm playing in the center because I don't want a great right clicking that rough. And then I'm just playing a touch more curl. So I'll still be in the middle if I hit great left. If that.
Perfect shot.
I killed all his stuff. I know you're Goldie is who you're talking. Yeah, I don't watch Tommy at all anymore. I don't know if I told you I got into it with him. I was telling the other guys. I was showing them the email that I got.
Great shot.
I'll try the fucking 2 in a clip again. And then this doesn't go in, then probably just that'll be the end of it. So you can see that's in the middle of the fucking hole, in the middle of the funnel. 2, 5, in.
Great shot.
Please be good to me. Just be good to me. Come here, 2, 5. What the hell?
Nice on.
So what he had done was on the Sunday he's playing expert, right? And I've finished all my accounts, okay? And he's not playing his own notes, right? So I'm watching what he's doing and I'm measuring everything off. I'm pausing it and putting it in my own app and watching what he's doing. And he's not doing his own notes, right? So, I mean, what the fuck, really? He argued with me for 30 seconds.
Great shot.
I showed him video evidence he doesn't do.
Albatross.
Well, those are my money holes, 1, 2, and 3. I only got one of them. Where are we at here? 22. So I had, can't remember, I think 17. So I need a 3. I just need one more drop, I think. Maybe. Who knows? Alright, so this was the Goliath 7 shot. Alright, so Goliath and Navigator. Power 1 ball adjustment at plus 20. Okay, so we got the low wind. So with the low wind, we don't have to adjust as much. We got the real low wind, so I'm just going to play stat 1.5. So max over it again in a sec. So just 3.5 back. This Goliath, because it's a 7, I'm going even with the rough, but yours, you're going to have to go into the rough a little bit because they're bigger rings. That's pretty lined up.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
So I do 4.1. So even in the low end, so we're gonna scratch out. So I think in all low ends, we just play max minus 0.2. So I did have a question mark. Okay. So I think with all wins, we're playing minus 0.2 from max, and then, let's see here. Yeah, minus point. What did I do there? I pulled the 1.5, minus 0.3, I should say. But with the real high wind, we're only taking off 0.1. So when I had the 4, the mid 4, max minus 0.1, and then when you have the lower wind, max minus 0.2. And now that being said,
Great shot. Nice on. Birdie. Birdie.
I think we had a good time. There's nothing good's happening here on the back, except for hole 2. What's the par again if you get no drops on this course? I think it's 11 or 12. Hole 5 is our berserker shot. So I went over last time. Do you remember the wind last time? I think my wind was in the mid 4s maybe, where I went a little too far. Four and a half. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, me too. Okay. So if I've got the lower wind, I can still go full OP wind. I've either got to take a click of top off or a click of OP. Probably a click of OP I'll take off. So the funny thing is about this thing that happened with Tommy is I canceled my subscription, which I was a Patreon member, probably one of his first ones, like forever ago. Like that's when I first learned how to play. I watched Zachary Jones, and then Tommy came on the scene, and I watched his stuff. Although he didn't speak very good English, and it was annoying.
Perfect shot.
But I kept, even though I didn't use his stuff all that much, I used his stuff sometimes because I believe in the window. But anyway, this happened with him. He still kept me on his Patreon. Maybe he felt bad or something. But these guys get the biggest heads. So I'm going to use, I'm going to three forward. Watch. So see the difference. Watch this. If I can hit this fucking perfect, that this 1 mile an hour wind will take me in front of the green. Because that last one that put me over the green. I'm going to play full everything.
Great shot.
Oh, luckily I have numbers for this too. Because I'm done with it. 378. So I 372 out of max 5. So 378 with 6 yards further, which would be 88% back. It's going to be everything.
Great shot. song. Perfect shot. Eagle.
You did that. The fact that pressure was starting to come on a little bit. So the note I have there, and you'll see, is 372 was a max Firefly. Now my Firefly is a 5. I don't know if the distance will be much different with a little, oh, you've got a rapier, so you might want to check the distances out. Because that's going to be, if you hit the left or right, you're very likely to clip the rough and then bounce back in the fairway, which I did. So the 372 is max. If you're less than 372, you're going to be in your short iron. So I don't know if it's worth writing it down because I knew it was something I was likely to do again. So it was good that I had done that. So a Firefly 5 max is 37 yards. You have a Rapier 4, I think, which is 38 yards. So I would write that down just in case, that if you're using your Rapier 4, that roughly, so you're a yard bigger. So you can write down, so 372 was a max Firefly. See, you could also play a big top spin shot there, okay, where I just played, but I wouldn't play that because I keep missing that shot. I would go right at it like I did with no spin. Just put, what's your ball guide is. See how the Firefly, see on this one, the Firefly's a 4-1 ball guide. You get a big advantage on the ball guide. Learning. Okay, so that's got the, so they're just roughly the same. So just to keep in mind that 372 is a max on that club. And then if you're a little further, so what I did, I was 370, what was I? I was 378, I think. So I played that at 88% slider, -5 with arrow. So just something to keep in mind, because I think that shot's bad. The roll-up shot and trying to just fucking roll one right up, because it looks like there's a funnel. It misses. It keeps missing left, that shot. Exclamation marks all over my notes here not to play that shot. Okay, this fucking hole again. So we're getting close on this one though. I think I might have hit, did I hit great last time? I think I did. So we're gonna do that horizon again. Make sure there's no surprise club in there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because that's the tricky one for sure. Right. Yeah, with the rapier, you definitely have to know the difference between when to do which. With the Endbringer, you don't really have a choice. You don't have that full top shot. Okay, so we're gonna go APOC Horizon. And we're doing a power 4 ball, I think it was. Yeah. Okay, nice. I don't know why I've always been an Endbringer guy. Just because it's super accurate. Like when I hit left or right and I've got that in-between shot, it still seems to hang on, but maybe I'm just crazy.
Perfect shot.
This is sort of a strange hole where you can grab, there's like rollouts that you get. So 386 would be 62%. So that's further.
Perfect shot.
Too far. 40%. So I'm going to try more top spin from further back. Yeah, so that's right at the hole. Now I'm going to move it again. So 3/4 of a degree.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
Okay. Hey, hey, that's the cutter when I don't pay attention to him, he starts going scratching the couch. Reminding me.
Perfect shot. Nice on. Eagle.
So hole 7 we've been doing pretty good on, yeah. So backbone, navigator. Plus 10 or 1 ball. Are Marco and Brian coming over? I was talking to Brian today. He was sending these crazy fucking videos of it. But I didn't ask him if he was. Be nice if they came over too. If they have. But. So 4 down. 1.9. This second bounce we're looking at before that rough line. Getting it into sort of that spot. I think that was our spot. So 2, 3. So plus 10 at mid is 1 5.
Perfect shot. Hole in one.
Oh no, we had that rim around. But this is a hole I wasn't getting at all. So this is great to get that one. That might be the dagger that gets us the gold. Look at this guy. He didn't even check. Yeah, so yeah, I mean look at that what I'm doing there. That it's just that second bounce. And yeah, an expert I'm dropping it to. I'm doing the rough pump the one that pencil was doing. I'm getting that one almost every time. That's my fingers before. Ready in first, 2 holes to play. Look at this round. So literally, if we go Eagle Alba, get a 34 would be nice. All right. Oh yeah. So this one we're going after with the Berserker, right? I'm still not sure that this shot's better than the big topper into short iron range. I'm not sure. It's pretty fucking easy to edit. No stress. This one I hit great, and I'm in the rough. Oh, I'm in the Firefly. I'm sort of on the fence on this one if it's worth. My next account, the EM7, is worth it because I can get right up to the green. This guy, I don't think so. I bet the lower wind. See, the 3.5 wind. You know what? I'm gonna change it because I can't get up to where I want to get to anyway. So I'm gonna just, oh fuck it, let's burn a Kingmaker and we'll get our big topper. Just hopefully, fuck this, a great shot here.
Perfect shot.
I think with the lower winds, it's not worth it because I can't get into the range. Like I think this shot might even be easier. Yeah, that was the lower wind. I went in the very first round I played, I only went like 360 something. Like I might be in, well, no, I might be able to.
Great shot.
I think you can get four if you look what I'm doing and just watch where that second bounces and watch where the line is sort of, where I've got it lined up to the pin there. I showed a good angle on the replay. So what I like to do is I put my take shot button where the minute is going to be landing in about there. So I would say that's about 80%. So 3, 2, 2.1.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
So I think that I figured out. I don't drive this. He's got the plus, but you might as well look for it because he'll be like a chip. And then if you've got the low wind off the tee, you might as well just do the big topper, and you'll be in short iron. So I hit it long there. It was just under 390, and I was 30% into my short iron. So there's no in between club. When you hit when I hit the big drive with the low wind and I don't get far, I'm in between clubs. So I'm like literally I either gotta have to try and see where the firefly is gonna go from back further and I gotta toss them with that 8. Or I've got to try and suck back a thorn, which I don't like those trying to do.
Nice on.
So I think the bigger wind, for sure you'll be in the little firefly, and that's fine. And then, but you'll be, I don't know, maybe the big topper is just a better spot. There's no, as long as you just hit perfect, there's no fear of being in the rough, where if you'd be in the bunker or the rough if you hammer down an APOC. Okay, so this hole. The Johnny Whiteball hole. Toronto Maple Leafs. This guy's got my heart. We got to invite him to the club. Do you want to stick around, JB? I can do another one. I've got nothing to do. I can do my hung high one, or we can kill this. What are you just grinding right now? Or are you doing your what's the rating?
Perfect shot.
Or you still have 2 accounts? Oh, okay, great. You're such a good dad. You're good with those things. Spin only I'm doing on this guy, even though I have 4. I think, what did I say? The +7 mark was our sort of our spot. Blue ring to right back.
Perfect shot.
I could try and set up something on Discord. That's how Ty did it. Him and I were able to talk while we were playing, but then it fucked up the stream somehow. I want to be able to set it up like Fenzo and Daniel are doing, where two of us could just sit there and play. And it's not for getting people to watch or whatever. It's just for us to play better. You know, I would love that we could split screen it sometime. I don't know how to. I'm fucking stupid at all that shit. Just to get the streaming going was a big ordeal.
Perfect shot.
I noticed when I streamed yesterday too with you guys that oh, you didn't see my listening guys. What are we doing? Oh,
Perfect shot.
all right, get in the hole for a great run.
Nice on.
Sorry, like that. Yeah, I know. That's your alone time is nighttime. That's what I do. The opposite is I get up really early in the morning before everyone gets up, have my coffees, and that's my alone time. That's when I play my best golf clap because I'm not drinking. But I don't. I had two little guys once too. Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, you know what? If I hadn't thought about it, because I'm having a good run, I might have just went for it anyway and set it up for the next account. I totally forgot about that. I would have tried to
Perfect
hammer
shot.
that down.
Eagle. Eagle.
Oh wow, that's cool that you play COD with your brother. That's neat. My son and I used to play together. He just kicked my ass all the time. He's a gamer. He would just drill me. Well, 3,200 is looking like a good number. Oh, I can't even do it. It won't show up. Thank you, brother. Yeah, that was good. Not the same team online. That's even better. Usually, brothers would be on the opposite team, though, trying to swope each other. Where are you on the age? What number are you? I'm gonna guess you're the third. Yeah, there you go. I guessed it right. You know how that works, right? Is that the middle ones are always a little more passive like you, where you're pretty easygoing, but could bag heads if you needed to. Where the older ones are always the fucking aggressive fuckers, right? That want to beat you down. Should I do one more? I don't give a shit. Cindy's working. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. But I don't mind killing it either. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I used to do. I should be grinding. I'm really fucking to her, you know. All I promised was 10K. Which one? Special effects of. Yeah, I knew it would be a bit easier for me this season because I got the gerbil account in there, and I just raped fucking 2 or 10 with gerbil because it's just the better clubs. Crush had a harder time, but I did finally get an APOC 5. That was good. But with gerbil, I've got the clubs. I got everything's good. Yeah, not only that, it's just the better clubs, but fucking lucky as fuck too. Yeah, it's just a lucky account. I just seem to do everything right. The Thor's hammer is in my fucking chest all the time. I had a Thor's hammer 7 with like 2,500 games played. It was a joke. With an APOC 3, something like that. All right, what's in the shop here? Oh, we got the big topper again. That's in there all the time. Do you see this discard thing? I don't know how to fucking get rid of that without killing Discord. Do you have the Discord app? Yeah, it took me fucking like 13,000 games on my hung account to get a Thor 7. And took 2 and a bit with. It's just stupid. Alright, let's see how this bracket is. Oh, someone tossed out a 33. Crushing noobs. Let's see this guy crushing noobs. Yeah, it's weird how some accounts are luckier than the others. So, we need a 30. What did this guy have in the opener? He had a 33 in the opening, too. So, I'm going to need a 34. Oh, boy. Not looking good for gold on this one. Although, this is this account, too. APOC 4 and Thor 5 at 500K. Isn't that amazing, right? This account, look how lucky this was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 golds. some silvers, bunch of top tens. %81. That's pretty good. Yeah, if you kept it rookie, well, if you kept it rookie, you wouldn't have got those clubs probably. But you would have got a shit ton of golds for sure. I find what I did on this new Smash, I think it was the Smash account I got. So for every game I won in 7, once I got to 7, I opened 7, lost 2 games in 6, would win a game in 7, lost 2 games in 6, win a game. It's like I dumped 6 to fill 7 with still that 700 trophies, so I could get the APOC in the thing. But I just haven't had time to play the account. When I get to that account, it's going to be a fucking beast. I think it's 400 games or something. But I was experimenting to see where the sweet spot was, where I could still. You can't get APOC in the shop or the Thors, but you can get it in your tour chest and the golden shot. I just haven't had time. What the fuck happened here? All right, so we gotta switch this over. My SOB account's interesting too. I haven't had time to play. I still only have like 1,000 games played, but I've got 10 closed. And if I sit there and just grind out without getting promoted to pro, but still getting the APOX at the top, that's sort of interesting too. That might be a sweet spot too, is closing 10 quick and then just squatting there with 2 or 10 chests might be the right way to do it too. Not sure. But at the same time, I feel that fucking raping the lower rookies and stuff with these good clubs. I kind of enjoy, to be honest, playing these shit clubs.
Great shot.
Oh yeah, that's a good placement. I think I can take for that. Yeah, Mario should go back with it. Okay, so 368 was that.
Great shot.
Yeah, so 368 we finished with the Kingfisher. It's going to be 64%. Times 5. Minus 5. Kingfisher 4. 64%.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
program. It was he's gonna be when he gets rolling and has time to do like these notes and stuff. He won't get on Facebook like do these things. He's gonna be really good. Three backswing, so that the adjustments will be changing, just knowing what your very different is.
Great shot.
If you want to go over again, I've got your Falcon 2 written down.
Nice on.
It's always really almost. Oh, nice. Crack those fuckers, eh? Get 4 gold chests. 4 tour 7 games moved us up 2 spots. Yeah, it's funny. So in this clan, I think it was before you were in it originally. It was just me and Money and a couple of other guys. Had Money and I had about 4 or 5 accounts each. And we moved up, it was like 45 spots after the tournament. From a couple of rookies and an expert each or something. And we moved up 45 spots after the tournament. It was pretty funny. Oh, you were there. You remember that? That was fucking. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that now. Because you were doing well too. That was when you started your Fairway account. And you did really, you killed it actually. Yeah, I remember that. Chris is turning out to be a really good player too. I like him. He's doing really well. He reminds me of Marco a little bit. When Marco first started his first season with us, I think I spent about 4 hours with him going over the app and getting him going. So I was upset when he left because I. Oh, he's a detective. Oh, he's the detective. Okay, and Joshua is the cop. All right, let's get this guy because this one's been going in each time. Yeah, I did. Uh, My girlfriend thought he was hot, but of course she's fucking Italian, right? Trade in the Scotsman. Yeah, he is a good looking guy. He's a nice guy too. I really like him. I talked to him about.
Great shot.
Uh, 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 So that's the medium wing. So we're just gonna play it regular. 2 left.
Perfect shot. Hole in one.
He's gonna come down here one day too, and I think Brian will too. I think we should all get the four of us, and hopefully whoever else wants to have a weekend night. Cindy has a friend of hers that he's one of the guys that runs the Four Queens, and he can get us we probably have to pay very minimal um, to get one of the suites there that would probably hold like fucking 8 or 9 of us. Oh, he's a freedom captain now. Oh, that's good. But he's such a good guy. I like him. Plus, he's my fellow Canadian. I was disappointed when he left because I liked him. You know what I mean? And I was, you know, trying to get him going originally with the app and stuff. But that would be great if the four of us can get together, and then whoever else. I know John at some point is going to come. Ben and Money's coming down for sure. Yeah, I know he doesn't like the slappers. I understand it. I kind of do. It's just not everyone has the time to do it, you know. And it is what it is. I mean, our guys have been built off from the beginning of family guys who work, and you know, it's just it is what it is, right? I mean, I prefer just to hang out with guys I know, but he get to know them too. So I mean, I get it. All right, hole 3. This fucking hole again. Just going back to basics, back to what I was always doing. I'm not even gonna fucking think about it. I'm just gonna put it in the fucking hole. Overthinking this hole. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm playing Mateo. I don't think it's our Mateo. That was also a tough
Great
decision
shot.
when you guys were there because some of the guys couldn't play as much. Rusto and Rep weren't able to play as much as usual, and which left you guys sort of holding the torch, right? And I didn't play. I was playing tons of fucking tournament accounts because I was always doing what you guys were doing. I get it. All right, so we are somewhere in this room here.
Perfect shot.
Okay, let's actually look at our differences. 225, 222. But yeah, we should definitely, because Cindy will get that guy. He'll get us like a pretty much a free suite at the Four Queens, and just have a night, like just take a red eye in, or you can drive, but those guys can take a red eye for like 100 fucking bucks. And well, maybe not true, but I'll try to push
Perfect
them to
shot.
that. Yeah, when Vegas opens up for sure. Like, I mean, why not? That would be so much fun. Just for a weekend of doing a tournament. Just to
Nice
so drink beer, because it'll be a really inexpensive weekend for sure. So I'm going
Great shot.
I actually adjusted my mic because I didn't pull enough.
Nice on.
I've now missed, I don't know how many. I gotta be on time. There's too many fucking.
Eagle.
In Canada, that the mosquito sound.
Eagle.
Brian's a fucking funny guy too. What else he tells me? He makes me fucking laugh my ass off at least once every couple of days. So I think both of those guys would be a shit ton of fun. Rusto, for sure. Wrecked when he's back in the country. They're a fucking shit ton of fun too. Rusto might be hard to get out. Especially that.
Great shot.
Ben was a lot of fun. He does enjoy it. But he knows that it more with us, but they drink it. Oh, I forgot the portion. Because I know this is Sniper Power Zero, then I'll just play Goliath Power Zero. With another option. If you have a good Goliath. This is going to go in the whole team. This panel is. So 3-3 at max.
Perfect shot.
No.
Nice on.
Okay, here it comes. The lime flush. Look at that. I know you're fucking jealous, motherfucker. It's only good for the first, yeah. No kidding, right? I used to be always, I like the IPAs and the strong beers. It's just, I can't do it with this fucking diet. Alright. Okay, so far, we're getting some of it done. We're doing this, so we got the Goliath 7 on this one, so we can do yellow ring to rough. So just remember with your shit Goliath, you gotta go yellow in the rough a little bit. And we're going Navigator. Hopefully these fucking bugs don't attack my screen again. Must be time of year for the bugs. Do you guys get a lot of them there? They're all over like my, I've laptop out here and they're all over the laptop. And they're all over me and they're all over the fucking tablet. It's just a weird time of year for bugs. I'm not used to that. In Canada, it's July, August when you get the bugs. So 3.5 backspin here. So we've got the medium width, so we're gonna play. So 3-1, power 1 ball plus 20, backs minus point 2. It should be 1.8. Yellow ring to the rough and just fucking line it up. As per usual.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
So I'm gonna have to take it after this break. Take this shit inside. This is crazy. Turn the lights off for a while. Patio,
Perfect shot. Nice on.
You should see these. I can't even fucking have this thing off. They're all over my pocket. I need one of those.
Birdie.
So I'll start with that. Wait till you see this. This is crazy. After we make this pop, I'll show you how many bugs are on my fucking laptop. There's like 40.
Birdie.
Watch this shit. Look at this screen. Look at all the bugs on the fucking screen. They're fucking everywhere. There's like 8 less than there was a second ago. What are these fucking things? How do you find the YouTube channel here with I know some people got it on the searching for it. Well, I think the plan is to rotate like the second clan and the third clan are actually really good clans. If it was up to me, to be honest, that second and third, I would take all the best players and take their alt account and put them in that second and third clan where you have guys that are grinding and then you have tournament guys. And I think you would have uh, some pretty competitive Master 2 clans. Um, that's my opinion on it. Because those outcast guys that we joined with are ballers. They're really good players and they do well in the tournaments. There's a one guy, Jazz, there. Holy, he's really good. When he says something, I listen. When he's doing expert, and Ryan, that was in last night with us, he's a really good player too. His Leroy account, like he can play. So I don't know all the guys yet. So if I'm forgetting people, I apologize. But they're really that's been a good merge. And this C100 now that we have. Well, no, there's another one. There's two others. Okay, so the account, the one that I'm in now, is the fourth one, and then the one that you're in now is the fifth one. So, but the third one was the Outcast clan, and they're good too. I mean, they actually beat our second clan last. I think they did at the end. I think they ended up ahead after the last tournament of our daily clan. Oh right, yeah, yeah, yeah. You were there. Yeah, so you helped too. You had good tourneys, and I had some good tourneys. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that now. So, and I think they ended up ahead of the daily clan. Yeah, yeah. So but I mean, theoretically, what should happen is you have all your guys say, this is how many points I'm going to get this month, and be honest about it. Like, don't make a goal you can't achieve, right? Like that's why I say 10K because I know I'll probably get more, but I don't want to if something came up or what. I don't want to commit to something I don't can't get, even though I can get 25 if I was just even more if I was just playing it. So if you had everyone doing that, just saying, this is how much I'm going to get, and now tier it down. This is one, this is two, this is three, this is four. And we're only really talking about 100 people or 100 and maybe something people because we have these multiple accounts. So let's say on my Gerbil account, I say, I'm going to get 10K. And then I say on my Hung account, I'm going to get 4K. And on my Crush account, I'm going to get 4K. So those two 4K guys go in there, and I just make sure I get those 4K. If I don't have a good tournament, I grind it out for a little bit. Like it's not that hard to get 4K, for the amount that we're playing. So I think that's the way it should be, is tiered down. And I think with all our guys, if we tiered it right, so you know, the top account is really close now that we have enough good players that we should be able to stay in C100. I think this month might be tough because of the major, because of the tournament teams. We're not going to be able to catch those tournament teams that we usually would catch because of the major results, because they're going to have more points than usual. No, the most of the Well, I don't know about the daily guys, but because I've never been in that clan, but the guys that we're with are committed to that C100 clan being the top clan. Like their top accounts are in the C100 clan. Um, anyway, it's a process for sure. I knew originally, like when we originally merged, that it would come in plan, probably 4 to 5 months. Now, for me, I don't give a shit about C100 and all that stuff. I want to hang out with my buddies and whatever, but I know it's important to like say guys like Marco and whatever. And we're close to having, a lot more guys anyway at that top tier spot. Well, all you need 50 guys to get 9K and you're in the fucking C100. That's what you need, right? Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with that. And then once we're getting better at the tournaments, you know, once we're getting better at the tournaments, which we're getting close to. I mean, it's not that long off before all these guys like me and like you that are doing well in expert are going to start doing well in master. And that's when we're going to be, that then we'll be killing it, right? Making good notes and sharing together. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, so I'm on hole 5. All right, let's see here. Oh, we're berserking. Berserker. Oh, this is the one I went too far. I don't think we're very far off of where we want to be. We just need people committed to do it, and not losing good players like True. Because of that, that's what it takes is, just committed guys. Look, fuck it, 50 guy, I'm in for 9K. Well, then you have a good tournament, you're 11 or you're 12, or you feel like playing more this month, like Rusto or whatever, put up a 20. Now we're getting closer. With 5 guys putting up 20, then we're closer. I don't know. Plus, there's other clads.
Perfect
Like
shot.
these rebel outlaws, do you think it's possible that these guys are doing this legitimately? Doing what they're doing? Like I thought, my God. Okay, so this looks like the lower one, so I'm hoping I can just play a the Indian Stallions for sure are fucking eight that guy's playing the phone for sure.
Great shot.
Oh, I hit the fairway, fucker. So it's the 200 on this one, so I have 3.62. And on this same club, same ball, when I had the 1 mile an hour difference, I went over the green into the rough. So it's interesting how that 1 mile an hour is like a 20-yard fucking like difference.
Perfect shot. Nice on.
This shot's not that. I'm gonna do this. I missed the roll up thing, which is weird. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna go 3-9. I missed the roll up shot. It should have just gone in the hole. It's a perfect hole.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
I'm taking my shit inside. All these bugs are driving me crazy. All right, hole 6, power 4. This is the horizon hole. Power 4 ball. Only got 5 of these guys left. I just bought fucking 20 of them or something. But that's weird that, yeah, I dropped him. Like people, actual money for the, I just don't. I played, well, you remember, I played Cheese Account once just for practice. Do something crazy.
Perfect shot.
I played Ben's baby account because he wasn't playing it, so I did some practice with you before. And I did. Rusto couldn't play one time, so I qualified him. And Ryan once was on holiday on him, thought he could play his first 2, and I played his last one for him. And like in my head, I'm just playing. I'm not trying to. I'm not. It's not like I've got expert gold or whatever. I was doing it to get him a chest. But I now see maybe it's not the most ethical thing to do or whatever. Yeah. So I'm not going to do that anymore. But when I was originally doing it, I was just like doing my buddy a favor sort of thing, like it's not like what these guys are doing. These guys are playing for Masters, so for guys in their clan, and then, the Indian style.
Great shot.
When we were fighting with them that time, it was so hilarious that we beat them out after they were fucking cheating. Because BMAC had on his crew a guy I beat him by a stroke and had a round that like pretty ages, had like a 39 or something. So he's looking at the account from the Indian Stallions, and the guy didn't even have a fucking top 10. Never mind. Like, it was craziness, right? He's going through the guy's account and just saying, really? Like, how do you go from not getting a top 10 to getting a 39 in Master? Now, that being said, let's say my hung, let's say even my crush account, I got a 33 in the qualifier. Let's say I get a 36 tomorrow, which is possible. It's also possible I get 27, but let's just say I get a 36. Are they going to call me a cheater too? So there's two sides of the story. I lean to the side of, like, in Master, I mean, I don't know. Like, was the guy, maybe his clan had great notes and this guy was a good player but never had access to be able to do those things before? Like me, like I never had access to all this stuff. I don't know, man. Like, I'm sort of caught in between because I don't want to accuse people of cheating unless it's for sure. But that one, for sure, those guys are super sure. What if we took spin off this? So we're going, instead of aiming left, now so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to guess this is one star.
Perfect shot.
It's fucking awesome. Still one. Look at that. The whole green
Nice
still
on.
fucking right. And we're in the fucking green still right. With a right to left wind, it makes zero fucking sense. I don't get it. I hate this fucking thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play like a baby.
Great shot.
Yeah, so exactly. So you're getting better like every day.
Nice on.
Like since I first met you, you're going to be way better than me. Because you learn fast.
Eagle.
Imagine that, so because you haven't had a thing, but you just win an extra gold and someone's going to accuse you of cheating because you're stuck so that you haven't been able to do it. So, I would never want to see someone accusing you of that, if that makes sense. Yeah, the grinding and rotation is what I think those guys are doing. So even with two devices, say, right? So let's say you're playing the fucking 12 to 12 shift as much as you can, and then I'm playing the 12 to 12 shift on the other end, right? Two accounts going. That's what I think those guys are doing, because the numbers they're coming up with, even playing on 2 or 12 and trying to do the math of what they're doing, it doesn't add up for me that someone could do that. Yeah. All right, hole 7. Actually, you know what, bro? I'm gonna go to the bathroom one second. Yeah, that's cool, right? With the game, there was so many glitches when the game first started. Like, it would be a 600-yard green, and the guy would be aiming nowhere. He would take the blue. So when you put your finger past overpower and those blue things, he would aim like at the green. The guy, he would take his shot back to zero, not going anywhere, back to the tee, and shoot, and it would go where those blue things were by the green. So like a 650-yard drive. There was all these glitches going on. And then when the tournaments first started, they were originally, I liked the tournaments originally, they were variable wins. And that's where the better players would come out, because now you were playing just normal tour play golf in a tournament. And people whined because some guy had a favorable wind on a couple holes and you didn't, or whatever. I don't know. Cry be a river, right? You get lucky, you don't get lucky, whatever. I like that because then you weren't dialing these shit like these guys are doing, anyway. There's been a lot of changes from the beginning. Okay, hole 7. Let's see here. Goliath. Navigator. Mid +10. Let's see if we can get this guy again. This one. Cat stuck outside, fighting the bug. Yeah, save with me. I'm great at doing it. I'm doing it fast. You're good at that too. I was just doing it quickly.
Perfect shot.
You're gonna lose if I can get out. I'm getting better at it.
Nice on.
I was good at the original players, and then when stuff started getting added in, I missed the boat on that. All right, 2-8. Oh, I'm supposed to be playing it back.
Perfect shot.
Got it.
Hole in one.
So if you see that lineup, it's just going in. I mean, going in. A lot of things in a row. This guy with the red up open. Look at the mouth on you. You know what to put it on. Okay. 3,000 on. All right. All right. Yeah, we're blasting with the EM7 for sure. For sure, we're blasting. Although with that big topper on the left, that's, you know what? I'm only blasting if I get the good wind, because I might put it on the green with this club. If I have the low wind, I'm doing the big topper. It just makes sense. It's just such a shot. So I got the good wind. So we're gonna go after it. If this doesn't make it up, oh, let's here. If this doesn't get close, though, I'm just gonna always play. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I've got one more hole to play it on.
Perfect shot.
You hold it in between. I should be able to play a 5-point win like that. I just hate those putters. So bad at them. I'm better at sinking a thorn than sinking launch. I just. You're probably better than me. I closed to 11. Well, originally, but they were different holes. But that's when there was only 11 too.
Perfect shot. Perfect shot. Eagle.
I closed it with my hung account, but I couldn't close it when I had 2 or 11 or 2 or 10 closed. When I was at the 5,200 marks, I mean, just playing ballers all the time. That's where I was struggling and playing at like 50%. When I dumped 10, I closed 11, and that actually did it pretty easily. There's a big difference between the 4,000 level and the 5,000. That's your big jump. And when you can start playing over
Great
50%
shot.
with those 5,000 bucks, that's when you can start going.
Eagle.
I don't know why I can't do it. Um, I'm not. It's always the shootouts. It's always, and I tried to study all the T11 shootouts, like the T10 shootouts. I don't care if I play with this account. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I'm going to beat whoever I'm playing. Even if I'm playing fucking Tommy or whoever, I don't give a shit. Like I'm very comfortable on 2 or 10 that I'm gonna win most of the time. On 2 or 11, on those shootouts, hey, double portrait it. Oh my goodness. All right, we're having another decent round here. So we need an Alba for 18. I wish I could see the messages on here. Ready for she is, yeah. I think it's club selection too. And I talked to you a bit about that. Like on 2 or 10, I'm just telling you, zero grizzly action. Just get rid of it. You need the Goliath for the shootouts, and it's just a no-brainer. And on 2 or 11, the Grizzlies a better club because you don't need it for any shootouts. It's all now. What's your best clubs for? If you
Great
can use
shot.
a quarterback, you should off the tee because that's your good shootout club. The Cat 7 is obviously, and then your big level. The Thor's is probably better at 6, where I would never normally, like on 2 or 10, I would never use a fucking Thor. Right? But I can see its advantages with the backspin for the shootouts on 2 or 11.
Perfect shot.
All right, let's check this system. 311. So 311. Got all my shit over the place now. So 311.
Great shot.
I think their shot's win dependent. So let's see what wins we got. We got the high win. So it's at least 0.1, if not 0.2. I'm going to go 0.2, I think. So I'm going to go 4-0. I'm going to go max, which is 4-7, plus 0.2 is 4-9. I'm going to fucking sink this one. So I'm going to go all the right, maybe, on top. Put the Johnny Spotter, which is on the left side. This yellow ring sort of in the middle of this left side. So right there. I'm going to do the 4-9.
Great shot.
I really had a feel that.
Nice on.
So I got it fired in. I think it's that's 0.2. You know, that's 0.1. The lower one. That's too bad. I thought I was
Great shot. Nice on.
Yeah, you need your time. You gotta have that. Yeah, because and you're right. Sort of left. You've got this.
Eagle.
It is like zero long iron shot here it comes like a regular hole, so it just doesn't come into play. Like if you lay up, there's a couple holes where you lay up where you might be shooting a grapefruit, but it basically is not in play on the tour if you're playing the big slice like big topper shots like I'm doing or whatever. I'm not playing these layup shots except for a couple of the holes where you want a sniper. Like to me, 2 or 10 is layup and sniper, or it's like going hard for the short iron. Um, there's almost zero long iron shots. So now it comes down to the shootout, where I would rather have the grizzly or the shootout, except it puts me in between clubs on 3 of the holes, where if I have a headwind, I can't even play the shot, where I could play it with the Goliath, as long as I have a decent ball, if you know, a power 3 or power 4 ball, which I like the power 3 and 4 balls for tour time. Even if it doesn't have wind, it doesn't need to be a kingmaker. It can be a fucking, you know, a 1-3-4 or whatever. Oh wow, you close to 11 or 2 days. That's really impressive. Yeah, the wind comes faster on 10, but like some guys like Pink can really rip it in 11 too. Like when, or maybe that other, well, it was before you were with us. There was a guy, what was the guy was playing 11 and 12 all the time. He would put like 10-game win streaks on where it was like 300 and fucking, you know, it half an hour. He was pretty impressive. All right, a 17 front. So, oh, this cat's driving me crazy. Just relax, bud. Just eat your food. You're not getting new food. Just eat the food you got there. What's the big deal? What's the story? Okay, you know what? I need 10 minutes anyway. I'm going to feed this cat and drink. If you want to leave, that's fine too. I can kill this. You want to do that? Or I could just leave it on and come back when you're ready. Okay, let's kill it. Thank you, brother, for chilling with me. That was great. See, if we were doing this together, we would kill it, you know? So that's, like, going forward, we got to figure this shit out. But yeah, appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.